Here's a live look over the state capitol, where one lawmaker is pushing to secure dedicated funding for Michigan's aging water and underground infrastructure. State Senator Sam Singh, who represents East Lansing, introduced a package of bills that would establish a Michigan Water Trust Fund and create a grant program to distribute resources to communities statewide.
News 10's Jaden Hawkins here in studio now with details on this plan and what it could mean for you.
Ann and David, you might wonder why your water bills keep going up while the pipes under your street get older. These two Senate bills aim to change that. They would require large water bottle companies to pay a fee for the water they use, funneling that money back into local water systems so the financial burden doesn't keep falling on you. Most of the time, Michigan's aging water and underground infrastructure is out of sight and out of mind until it shows up in your yard, your basement, or your kitchen sink.
These are all things that with proper drainage, with proper infrastructure underneath and underground, we can avoid.
Lance Benonimi with the Michigan Infrastructure and Transportation Association says the state needs a consistent stream of revenue to pay for infrastructure repairs. State Senator Sam Singh agrees.
I can tell you every community needs more resources to protect our water.
Under a pair of bills called the Michigan Water Trust Fund, bottled water companies would pay a 25-cent per gallon royalty on water drawn from Michigan sources, generating an estimated $300 million annually. That would pay for lead line replacements, drinking water access for low-income residents, and flood resilience projects.
We can then use those dollars to help bring down prices for people who need water affordability support, but at the same time for us to help our water infrastructure, which we can tell is failing all across the state.
During previous efforts to tax bottled water, Nestle Waters North America has pushed back. According to MLive, the company pointed to the economic benefit it provides the state and its employees. I also spoke with Cheryl Vosberg, the executive director at the Michigan Water Environment Association, who says right now water bottling companies only have to pay for permitting. She feels this royalty could be a good way to provide a long-term solution to the aging infrastructure issues in the state.
All right, Jaden, thank you. The two bills are linked, so the trust fund cannot be enacted without Senate Bill 951, which creates the funding stream that would keep it running. Both bills now in the hands of a Senate committee.